Welcome to the Planeswalker Project.
What is up, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary friends? Welcome to the Planeswalker Project. So in just a few days, the world will come to an end. The Commander format, home of all things fun and goofy, will cease to exist. Or at least that's what I've been hearing all over the social media world. The third set of the Unblock Unstable will be releasing this week, and according to the folks over at the Commander's Rules Committee, these cards will all be legal to use in Commander until January when the next ban list announcement is made. This is going to be for the purpose of testing the waters with these new cards and seeing how the cards influence the format. I, for one, think I will enjoy seeing some of these cards because of the goofy fun they add to the format and the relevance that they give to these not quite so legal cards. Let me have fun the way I want to have fun, okie dokie? But today I wanted to take a look at these cards and see if I feel like any of them might be good to include or exclude from being used in the format. Also, please note that there are a number of cards that have already been banned from these sets from inclusion in Commander, so there's a link to the description to the announcement, so in case you're wanting to look at them, there you go. Anyway, let's begin. Do-It-Yourself Seraph is a pretty cool card for a deck like Brea, or something that just wants artifact shenanigans. It's a weird exile ability that lets it adopt the abilities of artifacts, and mind you, this can and will stack as you exile more cards. This is going to be a pretty weird cyborg version of Experiment Crash, only more angel and less goopy goop. I feel like there's ways to break this using certain artifacts that just make silly, ridiculous stuff happen. Go to Jail is probably my favorite O-Ring effect now. The card only costs 1 mana, and it can help keep a problematic creature out of the way for a few turns. Also, 50 points to Gryffindor for the Monopoly reference. Knight of the Kitchen Sink might easily be the best card for Commander from this set. If you're running mono white Knight Tribal or just having white in your deck, this thing is a must-have. First Strike feels completely irrelevant for this card, as the majority of other decks will likely be running black bordered cards, making it immune to them all. Will this be the white equivalent of True Name Nemesis? Whatever, some genius is gonna brew something using only cards from 8th edition with their fancy schmancy white border cards just to ice this guy. Rules Lawyer feels like it'll be good for a Super Friends deck, given that you can drop a Planeswalker to 0 loyalty without them dying, and also, you can't lose the game while it's in play, at least not for the majority of the ways you normally would lose the game. Does Platinum Angel know you've raided their wardrobe and then some? Crowstorm. Masterful Ninja is perhaps one of the best cards for an aggro strategy. You can literally just reveal it to have it exist in both your hand and on the battlefield, giving it the ability to smack your opponent for 1 every single turn, including turn 1, and if you can dump mana into it, it can hit for even more. I still can't find the ninja in the artwork though, is it just me? Marin of Clan Niltoth, meet Over My Dead Body, your new bestest friend. Spike Tournament Grinder is going to be one of my most brutal Commander decks once I figure out which cards I want to carry with me for reasons. We're cool. The Big Idea is a Commander option I genuinely want to build into, though I wish it had either white or green in it so I can abuse those tokens it produces. I really do like the design on this card, and you're definitely going to be seeing a Commander deck featuring this thing at some point. As luck would have it, really reminds me of a better version of Helix Pinnacle, and again, I want to build something that revolves around dice rolls just so I can use this thing as a win condition. See, this is why I wanted the Big Idea to have green in it. Earl of Squirrels. I really wish this was a legendary creature. I want my Squirrel Commander. I want my Squirrel Commander. Squirrel Link? Yes? Ineffable Blessing is a wonderfully designed card to give green just the right amount of a lot of card draw that it so desperately needs. Also, is that Vermin Supreme in the artwork? Baron von Count is perhaps the most amazing Commander option from this entire set. You can either concede the game, or I will destroy you. Literally. Griselda is actually another Commander option I feel could exist in a non-joke set. I feel like this reminds me of the meld cards from Eldritch Moon, and I also wish this was the design that they took with Ludovic's actual card than the one they did end up taking. Everything Thingamajig is going into my Atraxa deck or my Hapatra deck. I can't quite figure out which yet, but I love the Proliferate and all that texty mess above it. It's +1 counter, good stuff, so I like it. I like it a lot. Now with Kindslaver, I really want to pull someone who only plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or something not magic related into the game using Kindslaver, just to make things fun and to make whoever I'm facing really, really upset. Sword of Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, yes, and more yes. I know this was in that HasCon thing that they put out a couple months ago, but again, I don't mind getting a giant dragon creature token with the chance of rolling into another. Don't laugh at me, I'm the elf thief. I'll get you yet. Roll for priority. Now, I have no idea what the diddly-do the contraptions will actually do just yet, so I do want to play with these for a wee bit before I can say whether or not they're going to work good in Commander, though I do feel like some of these have some pretty interesting abilities. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this early look at the unstable cards in Commander. The whole set, as far as I know, is spoiled, but I'm going to see how these play out from here, maybe build a few decks using some of these options for Commanders. Anyway, if you liked this video, punch that like button in the face like a boss, and high fives all around. Whoopsh, whoopsh. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. I just did a sight gag for an audio recording. Aren't I clever? Well, I'm gone. Peace.